division. That river divides everything.
I hate them, they hate me. No one's my friend whenever I'm on that field.
Everyone likes the Patriot.
They say, I don't care if you get 1-9 as long as you beat the bigger ends.
Parkersburg South was created in 1967. So prior to that time, everyone in Parkersburg went to Parkersburg High School.
If you were a junior at Parkersburg High School in the 66-67 school year, then the following year, 67-68, you were a senior at this school.
When I went to Parkersburg High School, there were 3,500 kids in the whole student body. 3,500. I think they did a survey when I was in school, and if I remember correctly, 10% of the boys got to play sports.
Parkersburg South was created from overflow from Parkersburg High School. Parkersburg High was so big that they couldn't fit any more people in there, and that's why Parkersburg South was created.
When they created Parkersburg South High School, they did not have the facilities like Parkersburg High School. When I took over as head football coach, I didn't realize actually what all I was getting into. They showed me the locker room. There was not one single locker in that locker room.
I think a lot of people felt slighted. I don't think they put a whole lot of thought into the process except to say that river's going to be the dividing line, and so we're going to put everybody on the south side of the river into what once was a junior high school. We're going to make them share a football field. We're going to make them share a field house, and that's what they did.
I took over in the 4th year of the existence of the school. They had not beaten Parkersburg High School. As a matter of fact, they hadn't scored. And it was my 2nd year, which was the 1971 football season. We beat Parkersburg High, and not only beat them, but shut them out. And that has to be the fondest memory, because you had to understand the psyche of the South students. They were still living in the shadow of Parkersburg High School, and that meant everything to them. And so that was actually the year that they started to feel a lot better about themselves and what they could do.
It wasn't until 2000 when Erickson actually opened. That was really the first time that Parkersburg South High School could call a football field and a soccer field home.
Oh boy, I remember getting out there and talking to the football team, and I took my shoes off and my socks off, and they thought I was flipping out. You know, I said, boys, feels good on my toes. This is grass, you know. And I said, this is our home turf. We're not playing at PHS anymore. This is our home turf, and we're going to defend it against any rival that comes in here.
Parkersburg is a great community. It has great pride. It has great tradition.
You can explain all you want about a rivalry. Until you've experienced it yourself, it's kind of hard to describe. You can say, oh, it's intense, you feel this way or you feel that way, but you have to really experience it yourself.
No matter what side you're on, each school's following has great passion for their teams.
They're diehard. I mean, especially when it comes to the PHS South rivalry, they're very loyal. I mean, you can talk to a few Southsiders, they don't want anything to do with PHS, won't wear red, you know, want nothing to do with the people up north.
How could I, as a Parkersburg High graduate, go to Parkersburg South and be the head football coach? Did I receive backlash? Yes, from my own relatives, believe it or not. And that's how intense the rivalry was at that time. I've got an aunt that's still living. She's in her mid-80s, and she is a dyed-in-the-wool Big Red football fan. And I'll tell you what, she almost didn't forgive me for going over to Parkersburg South High School. It's how intense it was.
Back when I was a kid coming to the games, it was serious. I mean, it was more serious up in the stands than sometimes out in the field because the people just didn't like each other.
First of all, we got bragging rights for a whole year. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't care if you go to the state championship or not. Every year, if you beat South, your year's complete.
Hate is the first thing that comes to my mind. You know, growing up on the north side my whole life, you always want to personally compete with them.
It's kind of like every movie you ever went to watch. You know, every great sports movie that you ever saw, there was always a David and a Goliath, or there was the good guy versus the bad guy. You know, and of course each side puts themselves in whatever role they see fit putting themselves in. But you know, whenever you go watch a classic sports movie, I think of Parkersburg High and Parkersburg South in that element every time I think about this game, because there's just so much drama that surrounds it. There's so much excitement. You know, there's so much to be gained and lost from a standpoint of bragging rights for the next year.
You know, Friday night football to this, you know, the Parkersburg community is big anyway. And when you have a game like that, that's probably one of the most attended in the state. You know, it doesn't matter what the records are going in.
You have great people around. I mean, the fans there, honestly, and this is not being biased or anything, but they're one of the best in West Virginia.
The greatest thing probably about this rivalry as a whole is just the atmosphere that fills the stadium on PHS South Week. You know, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it because I know what it's like when it's standing room only around the fence. You know, and you can just feel the electricity in the air as you can barely even hear yourself think on the sidelines. There's so much background noise.
It's the biggest stage that they'll see this year. So when you get out there, it's easy to get caught up in the hype. It's easy to get out there and kind of get swallowed up by how loud it gets, either at Erickson or at the stadium field here. It was always nice playing at home, but when you can go over there and really control the football and almost shut them out, it feels good when you can look up in the stands and see our side still packed with Big Reds all the way to the fourth quarter, and you can see them slowly trickling out, leaving the Erickson Sports Facility.
With their backs to the scoreboard here, the Big Reds ready to take it in. And Jenkins is in over the right side, touchdown. Josh Jenkins, his first of his career.
Yeah, Big Jenkins, we put him in at fullback and let him get a touchdown.
You know, I mean, I got 2 carries from the 10-yard line.
Took him twice to get it. He fumbled the first time, I think, but he got it the second time.
Never forget, we got up, I got the touchdown, we started celebrating. I thought they were going to throw a flag. I mean,
there was a little celebration issue that we had, we got in trouble with there after that, but it was all worth it.
The atmosphere is great. I remember when we played, I mean, it was completely packed. We probably had, I'd say, 10,000 people here. I mean, it was crazy. It's pretty much like I said it is. It was when I played at PHS, when we played them the first time. The atmosphere is just crazy. I mean, just everything seems different that week. I can't explain it. It's like a different high school game, you know. It's the game. That's the game you want to win.
It's by far the biggest game you're going to play in high school. It's just one of those feelings that you got to stop and take in, because you don't actually, when you're young, you don't really realize how big of a game it is. You know, it's just something you kind of got to stop, smell the roses, and, you know, just kind of see what this is huge. You got all these people coming out to support 2 high school teams, and they hate each other.
All right, go on! Beowulf! Anglo-Saxon! Tomorrow night is our night to rule Parkersburg! It'll be South! Patriots! I can tell by the moon tonight! Tomorrow night is ours! Torch 'em! Torch 'em!
In 07, we won our last championship. Ironically, I was the offense coordinator and Mike was the defense coordinator, and we were coaching together here at Parkersburg High School.
Coach Eddie is, I consider, my mentor, because growing up playing for him, he helped develop me into the player, into even the man that I was. You know, along with the other coaches on that coaching staff, even Coach Combs is over there. He also coached me during the state championship runs. But seeing him across the field, you know what I mean? It's kind of the chance that I get to prove that I am succeeding in coaching, and I want it to be like a challenge. You know, it's a little bit more important because it's Southgate, but then even out of that, it's against, you know, one of my favorite coaches that I ever played for. It makes it that much more important.
Well, you know, there will be a tremendous amount of emotion. You know, and I can't wait to go over there and give those guys a big hug and tell them I love them. You know, I mean, those are those relationships you build that last a lifetime, and those relationships span rivalry. You know, not only do I look forward to seeing those guys before the game, you know, and reminiscing, telling old stories. At the same time, there's nothing you like better than to beat your friend.
Like I said, in coaching, you think you know where you're going to be each year, but you can't really predict the future. I'm fortunate to be at Parkersburg High School. Mike moved on and went down to Gallia, and now he's at South. And I don't think he would have dreamed that 5 years ago.
I didn't look back on the time I spent at Parkersburg High School as a deciding factor on whether or not to go to Parkersburg South High School. You know, what I really looked at was this was an opportunity to come home.
It's home. It's home. You always grew up and wanted to be a Big Red. I don't care what sport it was, if it was basketball, football, baseball, wrestling, it was everything. Everything's always been great. The tradition here has always been phenomenal, and it's just one of those things that you can't explain because no other high school is like it. There's nothing else like being a Big Red. You know, when they answer the phone, they answer at School of Champions. You know, I mean, that's what we expect here.
I think we have one of the greatest traditions and also one of the best facilities, you know, in the state for a high school. So we appreciate that. The people from the past have made this place, and we're just trying to live up to those traditions.
To me, to be a Patriot is to be somebody that's loyal, somebody that's passionate, somebody that cares about where they're from, and somebody that's a blue-collar, hard-nosed, just all-around tough guy, tough worker, will do whatever it takes to get the job done.
You have to take a wider look at it, and you have to realize that there are more things to focus on other than just this game. So with it being the last game of the season, you have to make sure that we don't overlook other opponents. So when the time comes and you do get to play them, you got to make sure that your kids are focused for the right reasons, and you have to you worry more about the program itself and not just yourself.
You know, as a coach, you tend to lean towards you know, your players and your kids and how their reactions to it and what they're going to have to live with, you know, the rest of their lives in the games. And I know that we had a great class at Parkersburg High a few years ago that suffered a tough loss against Parkersburg South that I know just still eats them up every day. And that, you know, as a coach, you wish you could have helped them a little bit more through that.
To coach here is one of the greatest opportunities I think that I've been given. I can't thank the administration enough. I can't thank Coach Eddie enough for giving me the opportunity to be back in this rivalry and back with my home school, and just an opportunity for me to give my knowledge back to the community and to the players.
I think my mindset as a player would have been, I want to go out and play for myself. I want to play for my teammates. I want to play for my family. I want to play for future Big Reds. And just, you know, you feel the pride of the community with you on game day as it leads up. There's a different buzz in the air that day. Even when you walk to the stadium, when you arrive at the stadium, you can tell it's a different day. It's not just a same old game.
I mean, it's the last game of my regular season where we're probably not going to make playoffs this year, and it's going to be like everyone remembers your last game of your senior year, and I just want to go out with a win. I don't want to lose my last game in high school football.
That would mean everything to me. For 4 years, I've worked my butt off in the weight room and on the practice field, ready for that moment. And I would love nothing more than to beat them the very last game I ever play for the Patriots.
Man, it would probably bring tears to my eyes.
That's gonna be the last game I ever play in, so it's gonna be really special to me, and I don't know, I'm sure the rest of the team is too. We're gonna be so focused and so ready to play that game.
Just excited as I always was, ready to go.
Expecting mixed emotions tomorrow night, Friday night. Still got a lot of feelings for kids on the sideline there. Some of the coaches that I worked with before still have good friendships with them. But like I said, in a previous interview, my focus and commitment is with Parkersburg South kids, giving them the best advantage to have a successful evening and putting them in a great position to win this football game.
It gives us an opportunity for these young men to take what hasn't been that special senior season and really put a stamp of being something extremely special and be, have an opportunity to put their name in the records books. Not for winning the most games in a season, but for being able to accomplish something that's never been done before.
If you want to be a good team, you got to band together. It's like this rubber band here. See, this rubber band is not very strong by itself. See how easy it was for me to break it? See what easy it was for me to break it? It's not very strong, rubber band. But what I did is I had a pack of rubber bands. Right here. If I take all of these rubber bands and I'm together, see they're banded together, I can barely pull them apart. So we're banding together. So what I want y'all to do is you football players put this rubber band on and wear that in the game, and every time something goes the wrong way, you're going to do what? You're going to look at that rubber band and you're going to band together in the ball game. You understand? What does that tell us? If we band together, we're what? We're one. We can do. Because there's going to be adversity in the game. There's going to be adversity in the game. You understand? And we're going to band together. You put that on your wrist. Don't you do anything. You understand? You got that rubber band. If it breaks, Coach will give you another. Sleep in it tonight. Wear it all day tomorrow. Just think about it. Okay? Band together. So when things, they make a score, they do something, you're going to what? We can band together.
An old poncho. You won't. You need to be focused. You need to be focused on the moment. And if you're a sophomore and you don't get to play much, then you need to focus on the moment, because sooner or later you're going to be the junior or senior playing. And you never know when you're going to get called on. If injuries happen and you're in. This is a huge game. Huge game for everybody here. The season hasn't went what we wanted it to go. But you can end it on a high note by beating these people this week. You can end it on a high note. You only get one shot at these people, and then there is no more other shots. So you have the choice right now to say, I'm going to take my shot right now, and I'm going to come out victorious. And you can always say that you beat South. You only get one shot, because after the game, you can't go back and say, oh man, I wish I had that play over again, or I wish it to do this. You only get one shot, and play the perfect game tonight, and play as brothers. And play as brothers in the Big Red. This is an awesome program. This is a special program. Not every kid in West Virginia gets to play in a program like you're in. Not every kid gets to be a part of the Big Reds. Don't take that to granted. Don't take it for granted that you're in a special place like this with people that love the Big Red. Enjoy the moment. focus on the moment, and let's get a win tonight.
This all started back in 1967. That was the first year that South split, and those people had to come over here to go to school and play football. And that was the first whipping that they ever took in 1967.
Feel that inside of you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Feel that inside of you?
Yes, sir.
That feeling is pride. That feeling you feel inside of you right now is pride for the name on the front of your jersey.
Yes. And since that time, it's happened how many times? 33 times. And tonight's going to be 34. Okay? They think that whoever has the ball last will score the winning touchdown. We're going to have it over quickly.
You know who's over there.
Yes, sir.
And you know they're going to try to take from you what is yours. One more time. You get to do this one more time. What are you going to do about it?
I don't think they respect us. Okay? That's the main thing. I think that's going to be the surprise to them, that we are a better football team than they give us credit for. And what you need to give yourself credit for is when you look in the mirror and see Big Reds on the front, those 33 other teams that paid the price, that came over here or they came to our home, and we beat them.
It's time to make this what we wanted it to be. Everything that happened before doesn't matter anymore. Right now is about tonight. One more time. Maybe the last time. Some of you, you'll never wear that jersey again. Some of you will never put a uniform on again in your life. You get to do it one more time. Winning, losing, tied up, I don't care. You give everything you got.
Seniors, can't get any better than this, man. This is what high school football is all about. Playing your rival, playing people that you know, getting after them, no matter what happens, get up with a smile on your face and go smack them in the mouth the next play. Okay?
Make it happen! It's time! No more playing around! It's time for you to dominate! No matter what you think about nothing else! That guy lines up across from you, he ought to see pain in his future!
So, from the opening kickoff, let's get excited, let's smack them in the mouth, let's show them what Big Red football is all about, okay? This is what we've waited for 10 weeks, okay? We're going to go out in style, okay? There's no better feeling to come to somebody's home and beat them and walk away with a smile on your mouth.
Proud to coach you. Proud to be your coach. Now let's go make each other proud.
Handed off to Burdette, goes around the left side, and near the end zone, touchdown! Touchdown, Big Reds! Oh, they throw it back, now halfback option pass, they go down the field on the far side, man is open, caught! Touchdown! Touchdown, Big Reds! It's the Big Reds 14, and the Parkersburg South Patriots nothing.
20 minute motion from right to left, give it to him on a left side sweep. He's got 5 yards, he's got 10, he's got the sideline. 30, 20. Touchdown, see ya!
And it is Roberts who dives straight ahead. He does not get the touchdown. Aaron Roberts. The Big Reds go up now 20-7.
Going to get a score into the end zone before the half. Gilson back to pass, throws over the middle, in the air, caught, touchdown, Parkersburg South, wow.
Or shotgun formation now for the Big Reds. Roberts will roll to his right, getting forced back. He's being chased, gets around the blocker. Now we'll throw it back across the middle of the field, has an man wide open, he's going to go. It's now 28-13.
Sure enough, Smith off left tackle through the hole, end zone, touchdown. And a motion from left to right, Gilson back to pass, Throws left side, end zone, touchdown, Parkersburg South. Wow. Now what's South going to do here? I got to assume we're going for 2. 28-26, yes. Man in motion from left to right. Gilkinson rolling right, still looking, throws, and tipped and incomplete.
First and goal for the Big Reds at the 3-yard line. Takes the snap, rolls over on the left-hand side, goes left-hand side in, touchdown, Big Reds! 34-26 the score. So the Big Reds are going to win this one. Big Reds 35, Parkersburg South 26.
Well, it's really that coaching is a profession that you respect each other, especially when you go into any game. And when you coach with guys for a few years, you earn their respect by just knowing that they're going to do the right thing. Coach Eddie prepared his guys. I thought they played exceptionally well. We thought we played pretty well. We played with a lot of emotion, but it's satisfactory to me to win the game, but it's a little bit tough when somebody who's been your friend before that you beat. But that's just the way it is, because all of us move around a little bit, but when it comes down to it, it's PHS.
Was this game everything you hoped it would be? You know, it really was. I think that from the beginning of the week, you know, when we really start on the weekend, you know, putting together the game plan and putting together our scouting report and moving forward into coaching throughout the week, you know, it was exactly what I thought it should be. You know, and that was all the coaches focused, all the players focused. We had good practices throughout the week. You know, and then the atmosphere at the game. You know, considering, you know, where we were record-wise, I really thought the atmosphere was pretty good. You know, of course, it wasn't the largest turnout we've ever had in, you know, in the history of this rivalry game. But there were a lot of people there. There was a lot of people interested in what happened. And more importantly than that, you know, there were people there to support the kids. And that's what it's about more than anything. You know, I don't care what our record is or what their record is. High school football is meant to be about these players. And, you know, it was a great opportunity for our young players to play in front of a large crowd, an enthusiastic crowd, knowing that they're not playing just for them, but they're playing for all the people that are behind them and cheering for them and for their classmates and their community. And that's really what high school football is supposed to be, especially when you put that into a rivalry game. And I thought we had a very good experience with that at this past game.
I'm Zach Nolan, and I'm a Parkersburg Big Red.
I'm Aaron Roberts, and I'm a Big Red.
I'm Cody Nutter, and I'm a Parkersburg South Patriot.
I'm Chandler Hamilton, and I'm a Big Red.
Hi, I'm Pam Goots, and I'm a Big Red.
My name is Lori Lowers, and I'm a Parkersburg High School Big Red.
I'm Coach Don Reese of Parkersburg High School, Big Red football.
I'm John Chalpin, a 1979 graduate of Parkersburg High School.
I'm Bob Kroc. I'm the radio voice of the Parkersburg South Patriots.
I'm Rick Leach, and I'm the athletic director at Parkersburg South.
Coach Matt Himes, assistant football coach at Parkersburg South High School.
I'm Matt Long, and I'm a Parkersburg South Patriot.
I'm Ben Gum. I'm a Parkersburg South Patriot.
I'm Larry Maxwell, Mad Max, and I'm the mouth of the South, Parkersburg South High School.
My name's Mike Eddy. I'm the head football coach at Parkersburg South High School.
I'm Josh Jenkins, and I'm a Parkersburg Big Red.
I'm Cody Smith, and I'm a Parkersburg South Patriot.
I'm Mike Hayden, former assistant football coach at Parkersburg High School, head football coach at Parkersburg South High School, and assistant principal and athletic director at Parkersburg High School, and a graduate of Parkersburg High.